What's going on, guys? Sports and Hype here. First off, let me thank you for clicking the video. I know there's a lot of videos, a million videos you could have clicked on, and for whatever reason you chose this one. I do appreciate it. Thank you also if you've checked out one of my past videos, whether it's my mail day videos or opening packs or boxes. I appreciate it. This time I just wanted to turn the camera around and show who's talking to you. Tell you a little bit about my sports card experience or history. I collected cards when I was a kid, and I collected on through the late 90s, and I got out of sports card collecting in the 90s. They were just making a ton of everything, and I knew that cards would never be worth anything, right? Yeah, well, I was wrong. I got out of it. I did get into fantasy sports about 10 or 11 years ago. I've done that, mainly fantasy football, mainly season long, but past few years I have done DFS too. A couple of years ago I got into selling and trading and buying and collecting sneakers and streetwear, Supreme, stuff like that. And a couple of months ago I noticed a few people that I follow for streetwear content started posting that they were buying basketball cards, and when they posted Mosaic basketball was something that everybody needed to be looking for. They put on there that if you can find it at Walmart, no matter what, you're going to double your money. And I just thought that was kind of odd. I didn't see why anybody would do that. I mean, the last time I had paid attention to sports cards, they wasn't real hot. Nobody for sure wanted basketball. So I done a little research, and sure enough, Mosaic was pretty hot. Well, I was able to find a couple of boxes, a few packs at Walmart, and I've still got them. I haven't done anything with them. But it didn't take long for me to catch the sports card bug again. So I've been buying now for the last month or so, and I've got several observations and questions as someone who is new or new again to the sports card hobby. The first thing I did when I got back into it, when I decided I was going to start collecting again, was go to my local card shop and ask for a Beckett price guide. And he said, we don't sell those. And to me that didn't make any sense, because when I would, back in the 90s, a Beckett price guide was kind of like the Bible of sports cards. You wanted the new Beckett, whether it be baseball, football, basketball, the day it dropped, that's what you went by. I mean, if you had a King Griffey Jr. rookie, and it said it was worth $100, the next month you wanted that price guide the day it dropped to see if it was now worth $125. Because if it said it was, it was. If it said it wasn't, then it was still $100. I mean, that's what you went by. So he said it pretty much now. What people done was went by eBay. You would get on eBay and check completed auctions and current buy it nows, and kind of compare the two to get the value of cards. And that makes a lot of sense, really. I mean, even at the end of when I was collecting, although Beckett was kind of considered the Bible of price guides, it had kind of tapered off a little bit, because I remember my local card store at the time had singles, and he would sell every single in the store for half the Beckett book price. So that there told me that Beckett wasn't extremely reliable. So I mean, hearing that eBay is the way people value their cards now makes a lot of sense. He said that Beckett was still around, people just didn't really use it. And if I see a Beckett, I'm still going to grab one, because I'm old-fashioned. I like the books in my hand and the feel of the paper. If nothing else, I'll read the articles. But you know, the fact that they're not the Bible anymore, that's a good thing. And right or wrong, I kind of look at sports card with a fantasy perspective, right? So, just as an example, if I think, say, Calvin Ridley is undervalued in the fantasy world, if I'm going to jump on him, you know, in the 4th round, every time in the 5th round if he's available, I kind of compare that to his current card prices. I mean, I just recently picked up a Calvin Ridley rookie in his Prism PSA 10 for around $28, I think. So if I'm going to invest in Calvin Ridley on a fantasy level every time in the 4th or 5th round, then every time I find a PSA 10 Prism rookie for around $25, $28, I'm going to buy it too. Now, right or wrong, I do compare fantasy and card values. And you can let me know what you think. Do you see the similarities between the two? And from that standpoint, some of the prices that I've seen on cards I just don't understand. Like, to me, the most undervalued player, in my opinion, is somebody like Michael Thomas. He's going to be the first wide receiver off the board in every fantasy draft. Just about every fantasy draft. I've been buying his PSA 10 Optic rookies for around $80, $90. And I've bought some Christian McCaffrey Optic rookies for around the same price. And for those to be around that $80, $90 range, and then you look at somebody like the quarterbacks who aren't proven. I mean, you take people like Sam Darnold, Drew Lock, Baker Mayfield, Josh Allen, any of them, and their rookies are about the same, some a little less, some a little more than that. And some of those haven't even proved anything yet. You take somebody like Michael Thomas. I was looking at his stats, and I compared him to Jerry Rice. I looked at Michael Thomas's first 4 years, Jerry Rice's first 4 years, and receptions. Michael Thomas has 470 first 4 years. Jerry Rice has 264. Yards, Michael Thomas, 5,512. Jerry Rice, 4,881. Touchdowns favors Jerry Rice, as Michael Thomas has 32, Jerry Rice had 49 through 4 years. And you look at somebody like Christian McCaffrey. I compared him to Emmitt Smith. Total yards, combined rushing, receiving yards. Through 3 years, Christian McCaffrey has 5,543 yards. Emmitt Smith had 5,034 yards. Touchdowns, Christian McCaffrey has 39. Emmitt Smith had 43. So in my eyes, they're already on the path to greatness. Now I realize that quarterbacks have less of a injury risk. I get that. But Michael Thomas and Christian McCaffrey's already putting up numbers. And people are giving $100 for Sam Darnold rookies and some of these other quarterbacks who aren't doing anything, and they're hoping they're going to put up good numbers. So that's one thing that I don't really get, and you can tell me what you think about that in the comments, and let me know how you feel about the quarterbacks getting all the love in football cards. I get it, but at the same time, I just don't see it. Like I said, I've got some new collector questions. Now, looking on eBay, I've gave $80, $90 for those Michael Thomas rookie cards. I've seen the same ones sell a little bit cheaper, but the sellers were questionable. And there's two that I'm talking about in particular, and you might could tell me what the deal is with them. One is Probstein, and the other is Come See. And if you look at the feedback on those, it's not that great. I mean, they've got some good feedback, but they've got so much feedback that they also have a lot of negative feedback. So I just don't really understand. I don't understand what's going on with them. So if you know what the deal is with that, let me know, because I can't quite figure them out. I could have got some cards cheaper from them, but their feedback is just very, very leery. Like, I'd rather pay a little more from somebody that's got some good feedback and feel confident about my purchase. Another thing is top loaders. What is the deal with top loaders? My local card shop said they wouldn't have any till after July. If you're lucky, you can find 2 or 3 packs at Walmart. When you get online, they're just crazy expensive. And according to where you're trying to get them, they can be out of stock until August, September. What is the deal with top loaders? Are they that hard to find, or do I just not know where to look? If you've got a good source for top loaders, let me know, because I can't find them anywhere. Another thing is pack searching. I remember you could go into a retail store, Walmart, Target, wherever, and it wasn't uncommon to see a guy over there, a little scale in hand, just weighing packs. And nobody ever said anything to him. And I'm just curious if that's still a thing. Is that still something that goes on? I would have thought by now that card companies could have combated that somehow, but I am curious if that's still a thing. Now, back in the day, and even when I decided I was going to start collecting again, I went to the card store and I thought, well, I'll go get $100 worth of packs, bust some open. But they didn't really sell packs. They sold boxes. You could buy boxes. And now, I guess there probably are card stores that sell packs, but it seems to be mainly box sales. And another big thing that I've noticed is the breakers. That's what they're called, box breakers, pack breakers, whatever they are. Why are they so popular? I mean, I get that some people can't afford to buy an expensive box, so it's kind of like buying a share. You buy a slot, get certain teams out of it. I get that, but some of these people I've seen, just as an example, I seen one seller list he had 4 blaster boxes that he was going to open. Okay, boxes that you could pretty easily go to Walmart and grab. They wasn't rare boxes. So he had like $85 probably in it. He sold 8 slots for $35 a slot. And they filled up pretty quick. So my question is, why would you not just go to the store, buy you 1 box for $20 plus tax? Why would you spend $35 to get 1/8 of 4 boxes? I mean, you might not even get anything. I know it's popular, and I know there's a rush of having a chance to get some stuff in a box that you normally couldn't afford. But some of these boxes that people are breaking and getting people to buy slots on just makes no sense. Is there value in that? Is that something you do and come out on top of a lot? I mean, I've gotten 1 break. It was for a box of, I think, 2019 Select Football. He sold 8 slots for $60 a slot. I bought 1 slot, got 4 teams, I got lucky, ended up with the Patriots. I ended up with I think 2 autographs out of the box. I think I ended up with an autograph, a patch, and a autograph patch. Jarrett Stidham. I done okay, and it was about an hour's worth of time sitting there watching him. It was enjoyable. Something I would do probably every once in a while, but it's not something that I'm just going to jump in every day. I just don't see the value in doing it all the time, but maybe I'm wrong. If I am, let me know. Another thing I want to know is, what is your preferred method of selling or buying? Do you prefer eBay, Instagram? I don't know much about ComC, but I know ComC is a platform. StockX. What's your preferred method of buying, selling? Have you ever been scammed on any of the platforms? What is your recommendation to somebody that's just coming into the hobby of where to buy or where to sell? Maybe there's different platforms you recommend for each one. And if there is, let me know. Another thing that I've noticed is I've been buying a lot of cards from auction on eBay, and people, like, just watch your end times. If you end an auction at 2 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday morning, you're not going to get a lot of bids on that card. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm more than happy to wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and bid on an auction and get it for a steal. I've done it a couple of times, but you just need to pay attention to where and when you're listing those auctions. And I'm not gonna lie, I haven't sold any single cards on eBay yet, so I'm not one to be giving advice of when to list them, but I do know that 2 o'clock on a random Tuesday morning is not the time. But I think that's going to be about it for this video. Like I said, I'm going to have a lot of observations as I'm just getting back into the hobby. I'm going to have a lot of questions. So if you tuned in thinking that I was going to teach you a lot, like, you're probably going to be disappointed, because you probably know more than I do. But I'm hoping we can both learn together. I'm hoping that you will give me a follow. I'm going to be putting out videos often is my plan, whether it be more videos like this, whether it be mail day videos or me busting open boxes. Either way, I hope you'll follow along, and anything you'd like to discuss or talk about or have questions about, put it in the comment section, and we'll chat it up, we'll chop it up, and learn together if you're new in this as well. So with that, I just want to say that I appreciate you tuning in, and until next time, stay hype.